honor and the privilege to join you on the occasion of celebrating 100 years of the Pennsylvania Open Tennis Tournament. Just give it a round of applause. Now, for the record, history is extremely important to me, to us, and y'all know we've been at war about telling the truth in history, and that's very important these days. No matter what anybody else wants to say, we have to make sure that our history is told, and that it's told accurately, no matter how painful it may be. So on this night, years from now, when you're talking about celebrating 100 years of the Pennsylvania Open Tennis Tournament, and you say, well, the mayor stopped by to say hello. I want history reflected accurately to affirm that I am here tonight because of one of the chief leaders in my personal health care network. And that is Dr. Franklin Scott. Give him a round of applause. Now, Dr. Scott, I hate to embarrass you, but listen, you said I could come, so I'm going to tell the truth. For those of you who know me, I did not start off being mayor of the city of Philadelphia. I'm a product of very humble beginnings, raised by my grandparents, born to a single teenage mother. They migrated from the South to North Philly. From North Philly, we like to say they moved on uptown like the Jeffersons, and we live 19th in Cheltenham. How many people know where Cheltenham Avenue is located? One side, Montgomery County, other side, Philadelphia. Well, when I got elected state rep in 2005, Derisha Parker's here, you remember that campaign? We had our office on Wadsworth Avenue. And my entire, this is like abnormal now when I talk to people. People say, Sherelle, girl, they kick your butt, but we love it when we can see you laugh and smile. And I said, well, thank y'all, but it ain't my smile. The smile belongs to my chief oral surgeon and implant specialist, Dr. Franklin Scott. And listen, my orthodontist was across now, Dr. Scott, for those of you, I'm talking about the old office. I ain't talking about nothing fancy. How many of y'all remember Stenton Avenue, modern equipment right in our neighborhood? Well, he was on Stenton Avenue, and then I needed Invisalign. So you know who held me down? Dr. Anthony Farrow on Wadsworth Avenue. And the man, and this was a painful one for me, which is why being here, and I'm going to get to it in a second, why being here is so important, is because the gentleman who took care of my overall dental health was Dr. Edmonds. And Dr. Edmonds was on the corner. So I want you to understand what happened. I had an emergency. I needed to get surgery. Dr. Edmonds said, go see Dr. Franklin Scott. I said, well, I'm going to have to get Invisalign. He said, you go see Anthony Farrow. So do you all see what I just did with my healthcare network? And that was a decision. We were intentional about that. And it just so happens that I got connected to the best and the brightest. We were watching a football game one day, and that team from Atlanta was playing. And I said, they flashed this picture across the screen. And Doc, it was you and your family, and your son, of course, he was playing. And I was like, that's my own surgeon right there. They were like, calm down. You got to calm down. So give it up for my doctor, Dr. Scott. Let me also recognize the Philadelphia Tennis Club President, Nabilia Jackson. Give her a round of applause, sister. We're proud of you. We're proud of you. The tournament director, Lori Carroll. Give Lori a round of applause. And then, this is extremely important as well. I see State Representative Derisha Parker here, but my state senator, the man who I vote for as a Philadelphian, and he has been one of the most significant leaders in our city, especially as it relates to helping us maintain our parks and rec. Because I don't know how many people are here know what Simon's Recreation Center is. Or I might have an old Wayne Bobcat something here, I don't know. But Recreation Center, the work we're doing there, Dorothy Emanuel Simons, my state senator, secured revenue to do that, and that's Art Hayward. Give him a round of applause. And then a former colleague, when I served in council with her, she was the chair of Parks and Rec, and that's Councilmember Cindy Bass. Give her a round of applause. Quickly, let me say that as the first woman mayor in the city of Philadelphia, the 100th mayor, the first woman in 341 years, I've had the honor and the privilege of participating in a lot of celebrations this year because of America's 70th, our 250th birthday. And a lot of press, they've been asking me, Doc, well, what is it about this time and what do you feel? And I've been saying to folk that the only way I know how to describe it is if you have ever met a couple that's reached a milestone marriage, years, 25 years, 50 years, sometimes people decide that they're going to recommit their vows. And so when I think about our celebration this year, for me, it's a recommitment to the democratic values and principles on which this great experiment was born right here in our city. But it's also about what each and every one of us in our own right will do to make it a more perfect union, because freedom's not free, right? And in order to preserve it, each of us in our own right, no matter our race, our class, socioeconomic status, zip code, religion, sexual orientation, or identity, I don't care who you are, in your own right as your authentic self, what will you do as an individual to help to make this nation a more perfect union? Because anybody can be what I call an expert AOP. Let me hear you say AOP.
AOP.
You have a lot of these in your life. We have them in this city, in this commonwealth, and in this nation, and in this world. These are what I call, Doc, expert articulators of problems. They sound very smart, being able to tell you everything that's going on wrong in the world, and you will hear them, and they are loud. But they are not the people who are usually at the table when you're trying to come up with solutions to seemingly complex issues. Tonight, I'm not in the room full of expert articulators of problems. There aren't many tournaments that can celebrate 100 years. There aren't many organizations that can say that they have faithfully carried out a tradition for 66 years. And so a century is more than a milestone. To me, it's like proof that something mattered enough for people to protect it, to grow it, and then to pass it on to the next generation. I mean, I gotta think about Althea Gibson. I mean, just for me, I gotta think about Venus and Serena and what they did in tennis. We saw Tiger do it in golf. Places and stations where people said that folk who look like me, those sports weren't for us. We needed to bounce a basketball or catch a ball. Well, how about the discipline required to play tennis? The strategy that it requires. We have the ability to play that sport as well, and I'm very happy about that. The generations of players that have come through the Philadelphia Tennis Club, right in the heart of historic Germantown, champions of crown of their generations of young people get a chance to discover a sport that can help to shape the direction of their lives. Why and how? I don't know about you, but it wouldn't be until I got older that I realized that as a product of humble beginnings, some people had access to something that wasn't readily available to me. And guess what it was? They had a strong social network. A natural social network.
We're going to sign out here. We're at the 100 Philadelphia Tennis Club. We're going to sign out right here. We'll be right back after this.